What's up, everybody? It's Investing Sensei to bring you episode 155 of the portfolio update. So you guys already know it's Sunday, so it's time to go over the dividend growth portfolio, how it performed this week. So in this episode, guys, I will be going over the portfolio, how it performed, what I bought, what I sold, any dividends that came in, what options I did. I'll show you all the histories, but as well, we are at the beginning of October, so I will be going over 4 companies that are expected to raise their dividend in the month of October. Really, it's actually 3 because I'm rolling over one of the companies from September that it didn't actually declare a dividend in September, so I'm hoping this coming week they should declare it. So it's going to be 4 companies, and then we'll wrap it up by going to the Google Sheets, kicking off all the dividend scripts that I do have. We're going to see how much we are actually increasing our passive income, our dividend snowball. So remember, we're trying to achieve $300 by the end of the 2022 year. That is our main goal. We're very close. Every week we continue to dollar cost average. We continue to see this snowball continue to grow and grow. As you'll see, the quarterly dividends as well, we're seeing this grow and grow. We actually last week wrapped up Q3 of 2022. We definitely surpassed our expectations. We made $828.45. Very awesome. So I'm hoping once we start Q4 it'll be a lot higher, and we just see this staircase continue to go up and up. Annual payout, guys, 2022, we've already surpassed the previous year of 2019 and 2020, and we still have a full quarter left, so 3 more months, and that'll be very exciting because we see this grow and grow, and it's just very motivating, especially in this type of market condition where the portfolio is just tanking. Those dividends are continuing to pour, and they actually get reinvested, and we actually buy even more shares every single time, so it's awesome. If we look at the goals here, we do have some goals so we can stay focused on track. First goal, we've already achieved it. We're actually above 8,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for every individual that has subscribed. Let's try to get to 9,000 subscribers, see how long that takes us, guys. We're definitely gonna beat that, but we're actually working on goal number 2, which is $300 averagely per month on dividends. We're getting very close, about $16 left, and we will see how long that takes. We still have about 3 more months left, and I think we can definitely achieve it. Same thing here for number 3 is reach $110,000 invested of my own money. You'll see right here we have about $107,700 invested, so we have about maybe $2,300 left to have invested in this company, not in this company but in this portfolio, and I think we'll definitely achieve it by the end. The other one is this one, which we are not in control on this one. This depends on the market conditions, so we might not reach that one. Number 5 is to continue to dollar cost average $100 every single week. As you'll see when I jump into the history, I'll show you guys where I dollar cost averaged and I deposited $100. I actually forgot to enter a trade, but I did deposit the $100 for this past week, and then drip $20 for every time a company pays me out, just to give it a little boost, and I've been doing that. So we have all these goals, so definitely very awesome. We will also kick off the dividend scripts to see what companies are coming up with dividends, so that we will see how much the passive income is going to continue to pour in, and we're going to accumulate these shares, especially because you guys have seen the market has just been going downwards, but all these dividends that we are expected to get in October, definitely excited. So next week we should get some juicy dividends, especially with Altria giving us a dividend raise this past quarter, and then Leggett & Platt and American Towers as well, Realty Income. So definitely excited and looking forward to that. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get started. So you'll see on the personal value here, the portfolio is actually at $162,941.01. We're actually down about $4,000, almost $5,000, about 2.91%. So we're actually down quite a bit, $25,000, which is about 13, almost 14%. Definitely not worried. I'm invested for 10, 15, 20 years from now. So you actually, in the past, we are going to continue to hopefully continue to dollar cost average. But in the long term, guys, our future selves are going to be, why didn't you buy even more? Because we will be in the green in the long term. But anyways, if we look at the positions, you'll see we're actually still up about 24.86% in the total value of everything. I'll show you the positions here. I guess if we can organize this by percentage, maybe. We'll look at this one here. We got Nvidia still at our highest gains, and we've actually took out most of our profits there. We just have 100 shares. We've been selling covered calls on this, been generating some great income from these, and you'll see all these other positions as well. A lot of them I've been trying to get to 100 shares, because once we get to 100 shares, guys, we are going to start letting those companies work for us and continue to collect premium so that we can buy even more shares. And then if we look actually here by the losses, we're actually down on Target, American Waterworks, JP Morgan, all these companies that I love buying even more of this so that we can dollar cost average and bring our cost basis even down some more. So that'd be great. If we look at the performance overall, you'll see that total account lost, we've actually lost about $26,000, but we haven't really lost anything because we still own the same number of shares. It's just that each share is worth a lot less, which means that when the dividends hit the account, they get to even buy more shares. So definitely love the red, guys. You'll see that we did start with 188,000. Definitely not panicking at all. If you'll see, 13.94% overall. We're really down in a downtrend. In the long term, we should see this recover, and we'll be back in the green. So definitely wanting to take advantage of these great deals right now. If you look at the investment income, we have about $3,440.61 projected for annual dividend income there. About averagely month is about $286.72. We'll compare with the scripts that I do have on my Google Sheets to see if it's very close to accurate, and then you know, we'll see what happens there. But you'll see that for November, we're expected to make about $161.94, and then if we look at the December one, we're expected to make about $429.91. This actually went down slightly because I did sell out of 3M, and I bought some Microsoft and some Altria. So I basically got Altria to 100 shares. If I show you here by quantity, if I can get the mouse correctly, but we got Altria to 100 shares, which is great because hopefully this should enable us to start selling some covered calls and collect a couple dollars, and you know, that way we can reinvest those couple dollars into more positions and just create more income. But if I show you guys here on the history, I will show you that we do have it starting from October 3rd of 2022 all the way to the 9th, as you'll see here. And if we start at the very bottom, these three can be actually ignored because these were the covered calls I sold the previous week that just expired worthless. But you'll see on the 3rd, we actually, well, on the 3rd of October, we sold to open a call on Microsoft for a strike price of $247.50 that expired on the 7th of October of 2022. We actually only sold one of those. We collected 47 cents or $47 after fees. We made a profit of $46.35. And this one actually expired worthless. Microsoft closed way below our strike price, so we got to keep our shares and we got to keep the $46. And these $46 could get reinvested to buy more shares of whatever company I want. You'll see on the 3rd as well, we did a sell to open. We actually did a call on Nvidia for $134 that expired on the 7th of October, which was this past Friday. We actually sold only one of those. We collected 56 cents, which is times 100, which is $56. After fees, we got to keep $55.35 as well. Nvidia closed below $134, so we got to keep our shares and also the premium, so that was pretty great there. Also on that same exact day, as you'll see, typically I'll do these covered calls on that same exact day. For most of the positions I have 100 shares, but we did a sell to open on Apple. We did a call on Apple with a strike price of $150 that also expired on the 7th of October, which was this past Friday. We actually sold two of these at $12 each, and then after fees we actually made $22.69, so that was pretty great there. And then also on that same exact day, quite a busy day that this past week on that one, we did all the drips, which were the reinvestments. So Pepsi, we actually got all of this reinvested, about $6.90. We got the Bank of America, $7.70 got reinvested, and then the Union Pacific got reinvested of $11.70. So this is just a drip, buying more shares, and hopefully the next quarter we get even more dividends. On the 5th of October, the reason why I waited on this one was we did a sell to open on a covered call on JP Morgan. First strike price of $115. That also expired on the 7th of October, so this past Friday. The reason why I waited on this one was because JP Morgan's ex-dividend date was, I believe, the 5th or the 4th, one of those two. And you typically want to avoid having covered calls because depending on the current share price, you could get exercised early, just so that the person holding the call, they will exercise it so they can meet the ex-dividend date, and they will sell, your shares will get sold out. So that's one of the things you do got to worry about, selling covered calls. So I waited until the ex-dividend date, so I will be receiving the dividend, plus I sold the covered call, did one of those. Sold it for about $10. We collected about $9.35 after fees, so that was pretty great. And then on the 5th, this was actually a interest that I got from the Fidelity account when we transferred over. There was about 7 cents, so they transferred it over. Nothing much there. And then on the 6th, guys, you'll see that we did our dollar cost average of $100 into the portfolio. And I was actually on vacation this past week, so I forgot to initiate a purchase on this portfolio. So next week we should be buying $200 worth of companies. We will see, and that should jump up the dividend snowball much larger, and that'll be very exciting. But let's go ahead and actually jump over to the companies that are expected to raise their dividend this coming month, in the month of October. Definitely looking forward to it. So let's go ahead and jump on with the first one. First company, guys, is just going off the previous month that we did roll over, and that was MCD, which is McDonald's Corporation. This one was expected to raise their dividend around the end of September. For some reason they are running a little late, so hopefully next week we should get a raise. But overall, just so we can recap everything, dividend yield is about 2.37%. Annual payout is they pay $5.52 per one share that you own for the full year. Payout ratio is 55.30%. And then the 5-year CAGR is about 7.98%. So we should expect a little bit over, or I guess close to 7%, 8% dividend raise, or slightly less depending. And then the dividend growth is 20 years. I don't know if that is correct actually. Let me know in the comment section if you know the exact growth rate that they've been paying. I know that they've been paying for a long time. And if we look at the dividend history here, guys, we'll see right here. You'll see that they typically, so they were paying $1.29, and then they bumped it up to $1.38. And typically they announced this on September 23rd, 2021. If we look at the previous year off that one, they were paying $1.25, and then they raised it to $1.29, and then they announced this on October 8th, 2020. And then the 2019, we can look at this, $1.16, and then they bumped it up to $1.25, and they announced this on September 19th, 2019. So I'm hoping that hopefully next week is when they raise their dividend, or they at least announce the dividend raise. We will see what happens, guys, but that is the first one on the list. This one was a roll from the previous month. Let's go ahead and to actually jump into the first real one that we are expected to see a dividend raise in October, and that is Visa, guys. Visa is ticker symbol V, and then I forgot to tell you guys the McDonald's price, but Visa is currently trading about $183.83. If we scroll down here, dividend summary, guys, dividend yield is 0.82%, very tiny, guys, but annual payout is $1.50, and then payout ratio is an amazing 20.83%. So they have such a huge room to grow this dividend over the coming years. 5-year CAGR 17.84%. Very impressive, guys. These are the type of companies I'm invested in because I have 10, 15, 20 years from now, these 5-year CAGRs of 17% will compound very nicely in the coming years. Dividend growth 13 years, pretty awesome there, guys. If we look at the dividend history and we scroll down, if we look at 2021, you'll see that they were paying 32 cents, and then on the fourth quarter they announced 37 cents, and then you'll see that they declared or they announced its dividend on October 22nd of 2021. Let's look at the previous one. They were paying 30 cents, and then they bumped it up to 32 cents. They announced this about October 23rd of 2020, so we hopefully should see this around the 20th, 22nd of October is when they announced this dividend raise for Visa. Let's move on to the third one, guys, and that is going to be AbbVie, guys. AbbVie is trading about $138.76. If we look at the dividend summary, dividend yield is about 4.06%. Pretty awesome starting dividend yield there. Annual payout is $5.64. Payout ratio is 41.99%. Quite a couple. It's got quite a bit of room to grow that dividend. 5-year CAGR 17.46%. Pretty awesome there as well. Dividend growth 8 years. They've actually been growing theirs a lot longer. And then if we scroll over here to the dividend history and we scroll down, and if we look here, guys, if we look, they were paying $1.30, and then they bumped it up to $1.41, and they announced this on October 29th, 2021. And then if we look at the previous one, they were paying $1.18. They bumped it up to $1.30, and they announced this on October 30th of 2020. So right around Halloween is when we should get a dividend raise from AbbVie towards the end of October, and that'll be a great juicy dividend raise, hopefully, and we will see. And guys, the last one is just an extra bonus one from a subscriber that actually asked me to keep an eye out on this one. I am not 100% sure if they will do a dividend raise or not, but this is just an extra bonus one in case they do or they don't. But it's ExxonMobil, currently trading about $101.03. If we look down here, dividends summary, dividend yield is 3.48%. Annual payout is about $3.52, and then payout ratio is 35.67%. 5-year CAGR is about 2.98%, so very small. And then dividend growth 19 years. If we scroll over here to the dividend history, this is where I'm going to show you guys it potentially could get a raise. We potentially might not get a raise, but if we look right here, they were paying 87 cents. And then they raised it to 88 cents, so they raised it by 1 penny, but they announced this on October 27th, 2021. You'll see that they actually went a whole year without raising their dividend, which can still keep their status of growing their dividend as long as it's a different amount, annual different amount every year. And then on the 2019 is when they raised their dividend again, which you'll see here. Which doesn't really match up, but hopefully we should see a dividend raise in October towards the end if they do plan to raise one. If they don't, I'm sorry for all the shareholders there, but let me know which companies of these that you own that we are expected to get any dividend raises. Let me know any companies that I did miss or that I don't track. That'll be very awesome to see in the comment section for the other subscribers that do view the videos. They will see any other companies that I did miss. But let's go ahead and wrap up this video, guys, by actually kicking off the scripts and seeing how much we grew the dividend snowball. Again, we didn't really purchase anything this week, but we will see it compound because we did do some drips in Schwab, and that is the awesome thing there. But let's go ahead and kick off these scripts first, see if any new companies announced dividends. So 47, if we go up here to portfolio tools, get latest dividends, give it a minute or two. I do have all these scripts available for free. All I ask in return is that you subscribe with that bell notification and you drop a big thumbs up on the videos. Definitely helps out the channel. and you'll see it continue to go. Give it a second or two, and looks like we did get about maybe 2 other extra companies that did announce dividends, and that's pretty awesome there, guys. But you'll see that October we are expected to get these dividends, and definitely looking forward to it because the market is red and we will actually accumulate even more shares. But one of the other things actually before I do go into here is the options. I want to show you how much we made in options, guys. For this past week we made $133.74. Pretty awesome there. We didn't actually do that with M1 Finance because we couldn't do options. This is all from just selling covered calls on our 100 shares of these companies, and these $133 can get reinvested and buy even more shares, which is just going to accelerate that dividend snowball much faster. One of the things you do have to be aware of is that this is taxed as regular income, so just be cautious of that and keep that in mind. If we go over here to settings, guys, we'll go ahead and actually delete this, and we can jump over to personal capital so we can get the latest version of our portfolio, and then we can see how much the dividend snowball grew. So I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys, so we're here at the personal capital under my Schwab account. You'll see this green button. There's actually I believe personal capital did do a change in the website, so you might not see this green button anymore. Let me know in the comments section if you are not seeing it. I'll be happy to fix it for you guys. I'll release an update, but I wasn't sure if it was just from my side, so let me know. But you'll click on this green button. This goes out and grabs the latest holdings into the clipboard of your portfolio. You can jump back into the Google Sheets, right click, paste special values only, and there we are. You can go over here to holdings, and then, guys, right here you can actually go to portfolio tools, update portfolio holdings. When we click on this, this will get wiped and it'll use the new copy that we just pasted. So click on it, and everything should start getting calculated. And then we can jump back over here and then give it a second or two, and we'll see how much we grew this dividend snowball this week. So as you'll see, guys, dividend yield is 2.11% compared to last week, and then dividend yield on cost 2.64% compared to 2.62%. So that's pretty great. It went up. Yearly we are expected to make about $3,439.13 compared to $3,412. Monthly here we actually went up, so we're making about $286.59 compared to $284.33. And then on the weekly, we're expected to make about $66.14 compared to $65.62. I think the main reason, even though I didn't make any real purchases this week, was because the Lockheed Martin dividend raise showed up and the Honeywell dividend raise showed up. So that makes a huge difference there. That's what I tell you guys about these dividend raises. They're awesome because we do absolutely nothing, and they do make a huge difference in the long term. So if we look at the day, $9.42 compared to $9.35, so we went up about 7 pennies. Hourly, we're still making 39 cents every single hour, but on the hourly work wage, guys, we are making $1.65 compared to $1.64. So this is if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would get paid an hourly rate of $1.65. We're gonna eventually try to get this to minimum wage. We will see how long that takes. But guys, this is actually all I have for you guys. If you stuck all the way to the very end, be sure that you're subscribed with the notification. If you have not done so, drop a big thumbs up on the video, and drop a hashtag raises again, because we are expected to get some pretty nice raises this month of October. And again, let me know any new companies that I missed in the comment section that are expected to announce dividend raises. I will catch you guys next video. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye, guys.